How's it going, guys? In this video I will show you a new feather farm, or at least not one of the more popular ones. Long story short, there are 3 groups of tengus very close to the village called Beetletun. Now if you have a ritualist and the gear, you can very easily farm those 3 groups in hard mode, and this is a great source of feathers, old school shields and more. The reason I like this farm a lot is the duration of the farm. If I'm out of time, only a few minutes left, but still want to do something, come here and do a run or two. My best runs were as fast as 70 seconds, and this thing is very much repeatable. First of all, let's take a look at the enemy builds. We have 3 types of monsters: the Tengu Braves, these are warriors, then we have the Tengu Scouts, those are rangers, and finally there is always exactly one Tengu White Mesmer. The warriors and the rangers are no threat at all. You can farm them with a ton of different builds, but since there is a Mesmer too in the Tengu army, things are very different. These guys can remove enchantments, can interrupt, can blind, melee, etc. Especially in hard mode they are very annoying to farm, but luckily there is a great build which works fine. This might be familiar to some of you. An old school Vengeful was Kanhai build with some upgrades. Basically you lower your HP to 330 or less, put on Protective Spirit, this way you only take 33 or less damage against attacks or spells, and as long as you have this item in your character's hands, you can't really die. Since the Elite has a somewhat long recharge time, 20 seconds, and it lasts for only 11 seconds, you need to use Spirit Bond when the item spell wears off. Now the reason I put skill number 3 in this build is simple. This is a cover enchantment to counter the Mesmers. You know, as long as your last enchantment is Vigorous Spirit or any similar enchantment which has a low recharge time, you won't die from Shatter Enchantment. Pain Inverter is a great way to kill the Mesmer in a few seconds. Finish him helps as well, and finally we have Retribution to deal an extra 10 damage to the enemies, and Balthazar Spirit to have enough energy. The 40-40 restoration set is highly recommended, low armor set as well, and some superior runes to not have too much HP. Now if you want to be as fast as possible, you need 2 more things. Firstly, a paragon hero with some speed boost. This is obvious, you can save precious seconds each run with maximum running speed. Secondly, you need a necro with tainted flesh. Honestly, this is a fun skill and works well against melees. The extra 4 HP degen from the disease equals 8 HP loss each second, not too bad actually. If you have the Elite spell on, Retribution and Tainted Flesh 2, you can do around 55 damage each second, quite good if you consider the fact that you are basically invincible in the meanwhile. Alright, let's do a full run and I will explain how the build works. Let's go to Beetletun and do the rezone or portal trick. This is simple but will save us seconds each run. Go through the portal, come back and go out again. This will teleport your character close to the portal after you resign. Alright, first thing first, use Retribution and Balthazar Spirit, Micro, Enduring Harmony and Make Haste on the Paragon hero, and flag heroes close to the portal. The Necro hero will do her job automatically, you won't have to micro her. The key of success lies in killing the Mesmer fast. Do what I do and in this order. The order is very important. First use Protective Spirit, then Vigorous Spirit, then get close to the monsters, use the Elite spell in time, aggro and use Pain Inverter. The Mesmer's AI will usually start with Shatter Enchant or put a hex on you, but if your timing is decent, you won't get interrupted at all. Let the Mesmer hit you a few times, then use Finish him, and after this point on you can't really die. Just maintain Pro Spirit and use Spirit Bond as often as you can, and it ends pretty fast after 10 hits, so we must spam it on recharge. After the Mesmer is destroyed, aggro the archers on the hill and the other group on the left side as well. Sometimes the rangers lose aggro. If this happens, just go back for them and aggro again. By the way, only 3 melee tengus attack you at once, the leftovers will run away and regen HP. Don't you worry guys, Tainted Flesh will take care of them, and if you spread the disease like I do, you will get the job done pretty fast. Go back and get close to the scouts like this, give them some extra HP degen. You can always use Pain Inverter or finish him on the leftovers, then pick up the drops and type /resign. And basically that's it. If you want, you can bring a monk hero too, then put a spellbreaker on your Ritu, and the mesmer Tengu won't harm you at all, but with practice you can skip this step completely. Regarding drops and feathers, I can tell you the following. After 100 runs I averaged 7.5 feathers per run. This may sound low, but guys, think of the duration of the farm, roughly 80 seconds. Bones, monstrous claws, eyes are also a possible drop. And surprisingly, I've got a lot of unid weapons, like one every third run. Also tomes are quite common, ranger and warrior ones mostly. And I think this was my best drop, a Q9 2-modded Ornith shield. And by the way, tower shields are also a possible drop. I know there are a few tower shield collectors of you, and pretty much all the core skins are possible in this farm. And one more thing, don't expect feathers each run. It's more like you get a scalp or two, maybe no feathers at all, then you maybe get 19, 20 or 21 feathers, or even 2 or 3 times this amount a few runs later. You know, there might be better farms for just purely feathers, like the one in Kanta on the Noob Island, but here you get a decent amount of feathers for sure, and some old school stuff as well. Okay, that's all for today. If you enjoyed the vid, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.